Joined now by the Niagara University Purple Eagles head coach Chris Casey, along with Kahlil Dukes and Dominic Robb. Coach, if you could please begin with an opening statement.
Well, I think they're very good. You know, I mean, I think we had some opportunities to make some shots that we didn't make. Some of it due to their size and length and physicality. Some of it was, you know, us not making a couple shots, which you need to do if you have a chance to beat them. You got to finish around the basket and make some shots. I thought our effort was really good. I thought we kept after it. I really felt going into the game that if we could win the glass and somewhat limit Justin Robinson, I really thought that we had a chance. And you know, we won the glass, and I thought we did a fairly decent job on Justin Robinson, and that just speaks to how good their team is and how deep their team is.
Open up to questions. Czar?
We talked to the Monmouth coach, and we talked about the end of the first half. That seemed like that was the turning point of the game, where they had made an adjustment. What do you feel like, what adjustments maybe that you didn't make that ended up resulting in them pulling away? Because once after the end of the first half, it seemed like they never turned back.
Yeah, I think it was 24-24 with maybe 7 to go, you know, in that first half, somewhere in that neighborhood. And they went on a big run. Might have been 21-4. I don't know. I can't do the math right now exactly, but it was somewhere in that neighborhood. And I thought that was a big part of the game right there. Some of it was our transition defense, and our transition defense suffered also, I think, some of it because of our missed shots and also some shot selection. You know, I'd have to go back at the tape and look for sure, but I thought that played into that run that they had at the end of the first half. You know, second half, I thought our defense was a little bit better. We held them down percentage-wise, but, you know, fouled a little bit too much to get them to the foul line.
How can you get, you know, stop a run like that in the second half, where they're getting stops and they're getting out in transition and you're not scoring and you can't get back? Is that just like, you know?
Well, I think kind of like what I just said. I think you have to make a couple of those shots. You know, you have to make a couple of those plays around the basket and make a couple of those open shots. And have a little bit more patience offensively when they have 5 back to get a good shot and help keep them out of transition.
So, thinking about the way this year has gone, what kind of progress do you think that the program is making that you think that your team has made this year? I know that last year you seemed like your team was frustrated. It seemed like they were struggling to execute, and it seems like this year they're in some ways a lot better, even if the record doesn't show it.
I think we've made progress, and I think we've made not enough progress. You know, we finally were able to have some retention back. You know, returning Matt Scott and returning the sophomores and returning Maurice Taylor. We had Kahlil and Kevin sitting out. You know, they had experience, you know, playing in the MAAC, so you know they were able to sit out and then come in this year and help us. So I think there's been progress. I think we need a lot more progress. You know, we want to be what they are. You know, and to do that, we have to retain, we have to stay together, we have to keep building, and we have to get carryover from year to year.
Yeah, Chris, we were in here yesterday, and Chris Barton was up there, and he said, I want the assignment on Justin Robinson. I want to guard him. You know, Robinson ended up with 14, but running through the score sheet, I don't think that Chris was on the floor for any of those. How would you grade his night defensively?
Well, again, I have to watch the tape, but I mean, he did some really good things defensively, I thought, you know. You know, I think Justin might have played 25 minutes, so he was a little short of the amount of minutes that he played. But I thought overall we did a pretty decent job of making his looks tough. I mean, he made a couple, you know, 1-3 that was very deep behind the line, which he does, you know. But you know, I thought Chris did a fairly good job when he was in there. Again, I'd have to watch the tape to really grade it out, but from watching from the sideline, I thought he did a very good job.
And this is for Kahlil or Dominic, if you want to take it too. Your coach said, we want to be what they are, talking about Monmouth. How will it help this team moving forward with, you know, basically everybody back to know what the standard is and what you're trying to get to be?
I think that we just feel so much better this year with everything. We just feel more together. We feel like if we can just stick together, I I just think we can achieve anything. You saw some of the games this year where we beat some of the top 5 teams in the MAAC this year, and I feel like we can consistently do that with just more togetherness, more work, and I just feel like that's really the way our team, and like we're in the right direction. I really think so.
Kahlil?
We just got to keep working hard, stay together, take the weight room and things like that a lot more seriously this summer, and come in next summer with a winning attitude, and I think we'll be a lot better team next year.
Anything else? Okay, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.